Hello and welcome to another episode of This Week in the SFFL from Lino Lakes, Minnesota. I'm the commission. As always, I'm joined from Brownwood, Texas by my co-host with his 3 luxury sleds in the driveway, Mr. Mike Paddock.
So sit back, relax, and grab yourself a cold one. It's your home of all things SFFL and fantasy football. It's TWITS, and it starts right now.
Tonight's episode of TWITS is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Alright, Mikey, we are back for the Week 14 edition of TWITS, the inaugural December edition of TWITS for 2012.
I can hear those jingle bells jingling and the sleigh bells ringling.
Yeah, I hear you. It was 60 degrees up here on Monday, Mike, and we've dipped down considerably. I don't even think it's probably about 15, 20 degrees outside right now. So,
Woo!
big turnaround. But that's what you want this time of year. It's I'm not much for 50 degrees and rain around Christmas time. I'd rather have some cold and some snow. So,
Yes, sir.
no snow in Texas, I'm assuming.
No, and after Thursday, this sucker will be gone too. Do not know what it's going to be yet, but someone's going to put a bid in there, and I will take a picture for the SFFL archives, but I got to wear it for one day. We'll see what happens. We'll see what I show up with next week. You never know.
I think you should get Brett Bielema, his likeness carved into your old Grizzly Adams there.
I could go with the Cusack like you.
Mike, what was your favorite Brett Bielema moment?
My favorite Brett Bielema moment was when his vein in his forehead almost popped when he couldn't freaking win a Rose Bowl. We'll see what happens this year.
Oh, good stuff. All right, Mikey. Well, not a ton of the news and notes, so we're gonna play a little game of skeptic or believer, Mike.
I believe we're having a game of skeptic or believer.
You would be correct.
Got one.
5 questions here, Mike. Took a look at the SFFL record book and picked out a few items of note that I thought had some factual and trivial relevance. So, Mike, are you a skeptic or believer that 2 owners have met more than 45 times in SFFL history?
2 owners more than 45 times? Let's see. The original 6, was it?
The original 8.
Original 8, but there's only like 60 left over a 17-year period. I'd have to be a skeptic.
You would be correct. There have been 41 meetings between Tim and Wayne, and that is your top spot.
And Tim wasn't even one of the original, was he?
He was not. But back in the era of unbalanced scheduling, my conjecture is that he and Wayne were in the same conference quite a bit. So, Mike, there have been 302 games for the original 8 members. So, for those of us that started in 95. Are you a skeptic or believer, Mike, that half of the original 8 are over 11,000 points, which would mean they have to average 36.4 points per week?
Ooh, those 2 that dropped out earlier are gonna sway that average, but I'll have to be a believer because this point system now is scoring some big points nowadays. I think you could have made that up.
That's a no-go there, Mike. There are commission is leading the way with 11,585.
Nice.
Greg has 11,243. And Mickey, 11,073 are the three owners above 11,000.
Wait a minute. Is Evan part of that original 8?
Evan is part of the original 8. In fact, the original draft, circa 1995, was at Evan's house.
All Vikings to Evan again, probably?
Yeah. Well, I tell you this, all Raiders to Paul Lockridge. He was a big Raiders and Notre Dame fan, so he had like Tim Brown, Jay Schrader, I can't remember who else. Timmy Brown. So, Mike, are you a skeptic or believer? An owner has won 15 or more consecutive games against another owner.
Ooh, I think I'm a believer on that one. I know I've seen a couple of pretty long win streaks, you know, just doing these weekly chats, so I'll have to be a believer.
That is also a no-go.
No.
Longest streak, Mike, you were actually involved in. Greg took you out from week 7 of 2002 until week 14 of 2008. A span of 6+ years and 13 games, so that is the all-time record.
Man, I should have more animosity towards that guy from now on. I did not realize that.
And it's not that hard to muster up.
I'm gonna have to ratchet that up.
Yep. Mike, are you a skeptic or believer? An owner has scored 50+ points 10 weeks in a row in SFFL history.
Ooh, I'm a believer. I think that just happened with, wasn't it Wayne?
Well, you would be correct, Mike. Ooh, so we got a tiebreaker question coming up. 2-2 on the night. Well, in a geologic sense, it was recent. 2009, week 17 through 2010, week 9, Tim was over 50 or more 10 times in a row.
Oh, Tim was okay.
Yep. And Mike, tiebreaker question. Are you a skeptic or believer? An owner has won 100+ games by double digits in SFFL history. Oh, I told you the original 8 had played 302 games. So do you think an owner, likely one of them, has won 100 or more games by double-digit points?
I'm a believer, and I think it's you.
Correct, Mike. You're in plus territory. You're in the Case IH red zone, Mike. 103 wins for Mr. Greg Hodgson.
Oh.
Apparently a lot of them over you. Yeah, 103, Mickey with 96, and the commish with 95 are your top 3.
Hodgson.
All right, Mike. Well, let's not relish too long in your skeptic or believer victory.
I needed a victory this week, you know.
Like week 13 saw the usual 5 matchups. We had Bill taking on Greg, and Bryce Brown continues to pile up the points for Bill, 65-54. He takes the victory based on 20 points from B squared there. We had the commission Evan squaring off, and Adrian L. Peterson tried to single-handedly sink the Packers and myself, but the commission comes out on top 67-42, paced by Steven Goskowski. He's 11 points. We had Mickey taking on Tim in a nip and tuck affair. Came down to Monday night, 62-60. Tim got the win. Andrew Luck, though, continues his fantasy season of some acclaim with 20 points for Mickey. Mike, weekly high score, 79, paced by Jason Hansen over Tom, 36. Also paced by kicker Matt Bryant with 12. So we got a 12-pack change in hands there. And another 12-pack, that's 69. Paced by Des Bryant, takes out Wayne, 32. He was paced by Matt Schaub and his 10 points. So that is the weekly rewind, Mike. Mike, why don't we get to segment that picked up quite a bit of steam here the last couple weeks, how they were built. I know VH1 Classic and Twitter are all aflutter over this segment. What do you got for us this week?
Yeah, follow us on Sports Yapper as well if you want to hear the inside scoop of all how they were built across the land.
Yapper?
I didn't want to go with the high score of the week since it was me and I know how I was built. So we're going to dive into a team that actually helped me get into second place in my division, and that would be one Tim Bontarelli, who came up with 62 points this week. And looking at the way he was built, quarterback Peyton Manning, drafted in the 8th round. He's actually the 7th overall best quarterback this year so far in SFFL. Got 13 total points out of Peyton. And then running backs, Ray Rice was a first round pick. He's 4th overall in the league this year. Got him 9 points. Trent Richardson was the 6th round pick, so nice pickup on the rookie there. He's 6th overall. Actually, I think I got that backwards. 4th round pick, but he's 6th overall in the league. Got him 10 points. Anquan Bolden, his one of his free agent pickups that he used this week was week 5 pickup for $11. Got him 10 points, nicely, since he's 56 in the league. That's a pretty good score for the 56th leading wide receiver. And then old Miles Austin was a 6th round draft pick. Currently 29th in the league, got him 8 points. And then the tight end, Jimmy Graham. Some people may have thought he reached for him in the 2nd round, but guess what? He is 2nd overall tight end points, only behind the one Rob Gronkowski, who is hurt right now, so he has a chance to surpass him. He only got 2 points out of him this week, but he's been a stalwart, as it were, in the fantasy realm this year. And then Robbie Gould was another free agent pickup back in week 7 for $5. He's 12th in the league. You have 5 points out of him. And San Francisco defense drafted in the 10th round. They are the 9th best defense in the SFFL this year. Got them 5 points for your total of 62 points, knocking Mickey down a notch, vaulting me into 2nd place in that division. So that is how they were built.
Excellent. And San Francisco D can send a thank you note to Drew Brees for cracking the top 10 there. All right, Mike. Well, let's take a look at record setters for week 14, or excuse me, week 13. Again, we had 2 records, top 10 records go into the books. Mike, we had a number 1 record this week, which is obviously pretty rare. Most bonus points of all time. Bill, 35 bonus points. That's good for 1st place all time.
Nice work, Bill.
And also combined kicker points. Yep, combined kicker points this week. All owners registered 92 kicker points, and that's good enough for 4th place all time. So a couple of top 5 records set there in week 13. Mike, what do we have coming up week 14 on tap in our Spotlight matchup?
Sondo week 14 on tap. Spotlight matchup features you once again leading the way at 9-4 in your conference with 782 points versus Wayne Bago in an intra-conference matchup at 6-7 of 600 points. You lead that all-time points 13-13 to 10-55. And the series 21-12, winning 6 of the last 7 to get to that point. The highest points scored in that series by an owner was, however, 74 by Wayne, in a 74-42 victory, week 16 of 2011. I believe a 12-pack changed hands on that one. And that is your Spotlight matchup.
All right. Mike, premium passwords for week 14 is Gopher, 6 singular, Gopher. Mike, the Gophers on their way to Houston, a game you'll be attending, as I understand it.
Yes, we got confirmation. I will be at the Copper Bowl down there.
Uh-huh. That's,
I don't know what the hell it is.
that's the Meineke Car Care Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so...
I was just throwing a
Gophers,
blast for my past out there. I remember watching the Copper Bowl as a kid.
Gophers early 13-point underdogs.
I will be one of the few pieces of maroon in the crowd. Everything else will be Raider red, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, that's kind of a screw job for the Ghosts. How far is Lubbock from Houston?
Shoot, that's got to be 10 hours, but there's a lot of, Texas Tech alum throughout the state, so.
Okay.
Guns up!
Yeah. Week 15, Mike. Next week, your premium password is Xmas. Xmas.
Can't wait.
All over case. Yes, coming up here. Get your shopping done early and often. Mike, premium password tonight presented on the northern tier by a beer out of the UK. Mike, this is Bad Elf Winter Ale.
Oh!
A 6.0 alcohol percent beer out of the UK. After the IPAs that I drank, it's a fair. I mean, it's a good beer. It's pretty smooth, but fairly bland on any kind of spice you're looking for, be it hops or citrus or anything like that. It's pretty low on that, but good mellow winter beer. So.
I have one of those waiting on me in my fridge as well. I just picked those up this weekend. But from the southern tier, we have Hebrew, the chosen beer. And this is the bittersweet Lenny's Rye IPA. You want something with a little bit of hop, a little bit of kick to it. I suggest that because, that sucker is hoppy and it's got some other kick to it. I like the ryes, but it's a little bit strong for me. I'm letting it simmer down a little bit while I drink it.
Well, hi, motherfucker.
You got chutzpah, Fuckelstein.
All right, little Amish beer fest there. All right, Mike. Well, let's get to everyone's tertiary favorite topic. Little segment we like to call Chalk Talk here at TWITS. On a two-game slide now, Mike. That Baltimore-Pittsburgh game turned out okay for you a couple weeks ago, but not so much for me. Baltimore just shat the bed and actually ended up losing that game 23-20. So I am at 6-5 on the year, looking to keep my head above the Mendoza line. This week, Mike, we're gonna dance with the bitch you didn't bring us. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. Took Baltimore last time. I'm gonna take their opponent in that game, Pittsburgh. They are at home, Mike, and they're taking on a woeful San Diego team. Can't seem to get anything going offensively, and that's going to be played in the friendly confines of Heinz Field with looks like some early forecast is about 38 degrees and some rain. So I think the Steelers defense and a combination of the three-headed monster out there will get the running game going. So I'm going to take the Steelers, Mike, laying 3 points against your Chargers. Mike, dog of the week. Loses a close one last week, Mike. We had the Viking an 8.5 and needed another point to get the win there, and a 23-14 loss. Somehow Mason Crosby made enough field goals to get you the L in that one. Still a very respectable 9-2 on the year. What's coming our way week 14?
Yeah, the dog goes down thanks to Brett's voodoo Mr. Kick dance to the rookie kicker there in Minnesota. Otherwise we would have been in like Flynn. So dog goes down, Packers win. I can deal with that. But this week I'm actually going back to Baltimore, who did lose that game, like you said, to Pittsburgh. They are playing at Washington. Washington's on a bit of a hot streak. I think they're going to have a bit of a letdown game this week after beating New York at New York. They are laying 2.5 to Baltimore. And I just think Baltimore is going to have a nice resurgent bounce-back game at this one. School the rookie a little bit. I think they have the defense to do it. So I'm going to take Baltimore and the points. And there is your Dog of the Week.
Are you calling for the outright Baltimore win, Mike?
Yeah, I think they're going to do it.
It's aggressive. I like it. All right, we'll see. All right, Mike, well then let's wrap up Week 14 here real quick with a Game of the Week. Mike, last week we had the Redskins and Giants, and the Washington Redskins win by a point to move me to 5-6, and also you to 5-6. So we are tied. And this week, Mike, we are going to Foxborough, Massachusetts, for a little tilt between Houston and New England. Who do you like?
Oh, nice game to pick on me there. Yeah, I've been looking at this one all week because I'm in a pick'em league too, and I see that New England's getting 3.5. I guess I'm going to have to go with the home team on this one. I'll go with New England. They always seem to pull things out late in the season. They are, like you said, they are the home team. So hopefully it's a little bit cold up there in Foxborough. Those Houston Texans can't handle the cold. But I've been wrong before, but I'm going to stick with New England.
New England, all right. Just taking a quick look at the weather forecast there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you, Mike. I think the Patriots at home, their defense has been playing a little bit better. It's been obviously scoring them a crap load of points, but they've actually been a little bit better against the pass and much better against the run. So, and obviously the offense has no shortage of putting up points. And I tell you what, the once vaunted Houston defense has gotten shredded by Jacksonville and Detroit, I believe, in its last two games. Actually, they came back this last weekend and had a decent weekend, but before that, they'd given up about a combined 90 points to Detroit and Jacksonville. So I'm going to go ahead and agree with you, Mike. We'll hop up on the Patriots bandwagon. So, all right. Well, there's Game of the Week. All right, Mike. Well, that should just about do it for Week 14. If you'd like to see this episode of TWITS or any past episodes, head on over to vh1classic.com or just go out to YouTube and type in the keyword TWITS. So for my co-host Mike Paddock, we will say goodnight, and we'll see everyone back here for the Week 15 edition of TWITS.
Adios.
Adios.